Hey y'all. So we're going to talk about the cosmetic industry again, and we're going to talk about some of the secrets that these clinics are not going to tell you. And we're going to delve deeper into some of the darkness that they're not going to tell you. They're going to skirt around the issue. They're going to act like we do it this way because it helps you heal faster. You recover better, it's better for your body, on and on and on, and it's all bullshit, okay? So this pertains to the cosmetic, let's see, what is it called? The Australian Cosmetic Institute. Sorry, I'm going to be bouncing you around for a bit. Okay. The Australian Cosmetic Institute, all right? So these two women, and I'm sure a lot more, are making the same mistake. They are desperate for surgery, cosmetic surgery. They are concerned more about how they're going to look after surgery and more concerned about how much money they're going to save. Those are their two biggest concerns. Safety is not even on the table. Safety is the least of their concerns. Anytime you're in a position of desperation, whether it be to save money or because you have this look in your mind that this is I'm going to look so much better and I'm going to feel 1,000 times better about myself, and those are your two biggest concerns, you're throwing yourself to the wolves if you go to a clinic or an institute for major cosmetic surgery. Okay, your mind is in the wrong place. And I'm going to tell you this, and anybody who has sense in their head, be it a medical professional or a doctor or a therapist or anybody who is operating on common sense, they will tell you that altering your body is not going to cure everything in your head. Some things are psychological, and physical changes, massive changes, are not going to fix that. Okay? That includes changing your, the gender that you were born with. There are, let's see, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? Probably not. Okay. There are certain individuals, certain entities that have really pushed real hard to change your original. Okay, so I am that. Okay. And a guy doesn't have those, right? So when you change all of that, whatever's going on in here is going to stay in there. So it really doesn't matter. That's a different topic, by the way. But I'm just saying, changing that is not going to fix what's going on in here. Getting and with the big boobs or the big butt or tiny little waist or whatever it is that you're trying to do, anything external, I want y'all to hear me so crystal clear. Anything that you do external is not going to fix in here. You can get a sports car. You can get another job. You can hump everybody in your city, state, town, across the country. You could just hump your ass off. You could escape to drugs. You can escape to alcohol. That doesn't fix what's in here. A bigger behind is not going to fix what's in here. A bigger boobs is not going to fix what's in here. And when you go about it the dollar store way, let's have surgery the dollar store way, you're asking for some serious problems that will put your life in jeopardy. So if you don't survive, at least you'll look good in the casket. You got a new set of boobs that you can wear inside your casket. Because all you cared about was saving money. Okay? External things do not cure that. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, how often you do it. You got to get that fixed. And a pair of new boobs is not going to fix it. A new behind is not going to fix it. Okay? It's not. And like I said, you go the dollar store route. Well, I went to Mexico because it was cheaper. I went to Turkey because it was cheaper. All I cared about was saving money. I could pay $5,900 for a set of boobs, or I could pay $5 a day. I'm so serious. $5 a day. So there were two patients. This is the Australia Cosmetic Institute. This is not by far not the only cosmetic company that does this, but this is the one that was on 60 Minutes. So this is the one we're going to talk about. But all of them operate under the same. That's why you're saving so much money. So, another thing that these patients did, these two patients in particular, they're not related. Another thing they were concerned about was the website. I want y'all to listen carefully. The beauty of the website. The clinic is all bright white walls, state-of-the-art equipment. They pay a model or whoever, a pretty girl, to tell you how great your surgery is going to be, how great you're going to feel. Let's take a tour of the clinic virtually, shall we? Because you're going to feel amazing. It's their job to market those surgeries so they can make money. It is their job to make it sound like this is the easiest thing you're ever going to do. Why didn't you do this a long time ago? It's amazing. They're getting paid to market that institute and that company to undermine the true dangers, because this is how they make money. Okay? So yes, the clinic is going to be beautiful. Yes, it's going to be state of the art. State of the art. Yes, it's going to be pristine white walls. And it looks super sterile and super beautiful and super enticing. And they've got all these models. Half of them probably haven't even had surgery there. Let's just keep it real. These beautiful models on the website, and they're showing you these great results, and this is going to be you, and oh my God, you're going to love every second of it. Let's get past the fluff and the marketing, and let's get to the meat and taters. Okay? So anyway, both of these women wanted breast augmentation, which is where you get your breasts larger. They went with the cheapest. They loved the advertisement and the price. And they charged half of what the Melbourne, Australia, the clinic in Melbourne, Australia cost. So again, it's a beautiful website, and it cost me less than a hospital would, or less than a major hospital. It wouldn't be done in a clinic under general anesthesia, but we'll get to that in a minute. The reason why these two women suffered major life-threatening complications. These two are only two of a gazillion, I'm sure. All right? The reason why it's dirt cheap, that they're not going to tell you why, I'm going to tell you why, okay, is because they use twilight sedation. Twilight sedation is conscious sedation, but they give you extra so that you don't feel the pain of surgery. All right? Here's the problem with that. They come off to you, they told the one girl, twilight sedation is better for your body, you have a quicker recovery, etc., etc. So this actually works in your favor. No, the hell it doesn't, and we're going to talk about why. The institute gave them extra sedation, which can and did cause heart issues in one patient and seizures in another. But at least you save money. Think. Both were rushed to the ER after surgery. These clinics know that these are dangerous and they don't care because they got paid. If too much light sedation is used, it can cause, if too much of this light sedation, twilight sedation is used, it can cause toxicity to the heart. All right? Dr. Hugh, in case you want to research this is Dr. Hugh Bartholomew. He is the president of Australian Society of Plastic Surgeons. The institute claimed it was better for your body and the recovery is quicker. The so-called cosmetic surgeon is also acting like an anesthetist, which is the person who puts you under. In the United States, there's a separate, okay? So you've got your surgeon, and then you've got a separate doctor who is is specialized in anesthesiology, okay? So in the U.S., it's two different people. That you don't have the one person doing surgery also doing anesthesia, but in these clinics, these dollar store clinics, that's exactly what you're getting. And you're not getting general anesthesia. And the reason why you're not getting general anesthesia is because they are not licensed to give you general anesthesia. They're not going to tell you that. Wow, they're making it sound like it's Walt Disney, and oh my God, you're going to be a new person and new boobs and you're going to be a new you. It is not illegal, okay, for cosmetic surgeons to perform these surgeries. Get this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Overseas, anyone with a medical degree can call themselves a cosmetic surgeon. Anyone with a medical degree. Now, plastic surgeons are more advanced with their training, and they must undergo specialized training, 8 years of training, specialized training. They have to be licensed and they have to be accredited. Okay. On one documentary I saw where a GP is a general practitioner. Okay. GP took a class. I want you to hear me closely. Took a class for 15 hours to teach about plastic surgery. Then he felt like he was qualified. He received a certificate. Then he felt like he was qualified to perform cosmetic surgeries like BBL, which is extremely dangerous and life-threatening in itself, and liposuction of the boobs. You take fat out of there and you put it in your backside. Conscious sedation can become unconscious very quickly, according to Dr. Bartholomew. And they don't have control of the airway, which is, of course, life-threatening. So this dude took a 15-hour course. He's a general practitioner, okay? And now he feels qualified to do cosmetic surgeries, and overseas, it's not illegal. So as long as you are a doctor, you can call yourself a cosmetic surgeon. Now it's starting to make sense why these people are having life-threatening complications. Neither one of these women knew what was really going on. Neither one of these women knew that these fools are not licensed to give you general anesthesia. They're just selling it because that's what they get paid to do. They get paid to feed you a line of bullshit and triple layers of bullshit. And they fall for it because I'm saving a lot of money. I'm playing Russian roulette with my life, but hey, at least I saved money. The one girl was so desperate for surgery, she would have agreed to anything because she's saving money. And because the website looks beautiful, of course it looks beautiful. They pay people to make it look beautiful. Everything that glitters is not gold. What they should have done, okay, rather than looking at glitz and glamour, what they should have done was type in previous patients of Australian Cosmetic Institute, patient stories of that particular place that you've gone to, patient stories, because they're going to put blogs on there and they're going to tell you the truth. I had to have multiple surgeries. I had to have multiple, cosmetic surgeries after that surgery because I developed flesh-eating bacteria. This is another problem that happens. They don't have sterile environment. You end up with meningitis, spinal meningitis. You end up with bacteria that, eats away at your skin, flesh-eating bacteria. A lot of patients are suffering so bad that they're not even in a position to fly home because of how terrible they feel. But these clinics will give them a certificate telling, a certificate so they can tell the airline that, hey, doctor said I'm free to fly. I'm good to fly. They'll give you whatever you want because they got paid. If you have complications when you go home, that's on you because we got paid. So, ta-ta, bye-bye. I can't begin to tell you how many patients have gone home with serious infections. One lady, and I'm going to try to remember to post that particular video under this video, in the description so you can see for yourself. But there was one lady who had surgery on her abdomen to remove her stomach, the excess around her abdomen. And she developed a flesh-eating bacteria. She had, not only they had tubes with bags to collect the fluid that comes out after surgery, brown stuff was coming out because she had a severe infection. Okay. Her abdomen was caved in and it looked like a shark bit her stomach. Just took a chunk out of the middle of her body. Probably because she went to one of these clinics, dollar store clinic. They make it sound so appealing because that is marketing. Marketing is everything. You don't look at marketing. You need to look at other patients' experiences. Okay? You do the research on your own. And you don't ask the clinic to provide you with that information because A, they're probably not going to. B, if they did, it's going to be people that they created a fake chart on them and they had surgery and they did extremely well. They might even pay those people to pretend that they were patients. I mean, this is all about money and it's all about skirting the law. Well, not really skirting the law because there's not a lot of laws. There's no laws regulating them. The law allows them to do whatever they want to do. So this particular institute has been reported to the NHS, which is, I think it's the National, I don't know what that is. What is NHS? National Health Service in the United Kingdom, and yeah, so it's a National Health Service. They've been reported to them. Will it make any changes? I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't make any changes at all. No major surgery should ever be done under minor twilight sedation. Okay. Now, if it's something like you're just going to have a biopsy, they may just numb the area and do what they have to do. But a major procedure like liposuction, a BBL, a breast reduction, a breast augmentation, a nose job, any, a facelift, anything like that should never be done under twilight sedation because that alone could kill you and almost kill these two women who were looking at the website and, oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh my God, are you serious right now? You got to do your homework. Okay, my nose is itching. You have to do your homework. You have to look at what other patients have been through. And I mean real patients, okay? All right. I'm sure you will find somebody on there or a relative of someone who was a patient. And they will tell you the truth. Because the Institute is trying to make money and they're trying to get you in there. And when you're already high from the thought of your new body, it doesn't take much for them to seduce you in all the way. Because you're already mentally way in places you shouldn't be. You should look at it skeptically, and you should look at it carefully, and you should do your homework and check real patients and what they've been through. You should also type in patient complaints for the Australian Cosmetic Institute. Okay? I'm sure all of them are, or most of them, if the clinic is not hiding their information, is reported to the state. So there has to be some information. And like I said, patients putting blogs online about their actual procedure. That's what you need to be looking at. Don't be looking at, I'm going to look like Barbie, except I will be anatomically correct. And I'm going to be an amazing, it's going to be a beautiful thing. No. Take a deep breath, calm your ass down, drink some chamomile tea to calm you if you have to. Calm your ass down, because you're throwing yourself potentially in the freaking den with wolves. The one girl said she woke up. I don't know why my nose is tickling so much. She woke up, she looked around the room, and went into seizures. Because of this twilight sedation, they give you too much. And if they get it, Dr. Bartholomew said, if they get it into your bloodstream, it goes to your heart and it's a toxic. The one girl, the nurse told her she went into VF. How did she word it? VF arrest, which is basically ventricular fibrillation. Your body, your brain. Mine's not working. Anyway, so what else to do? Anyway, when your heart goes into fibrillation, it's like a bag of worms and it is not pumping effectively. And the nurse isn't going to tell you that. She's just going to say you went into VF attack. The patient doesn't know what that means. I know what ventricular fibrillation is because I have training to know what that is. But it's like your heart is a bag of worms and it's not pumping correctly. So she basically had a heart attack. And you know what the clinic said? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, honey. The clinic said, well, the reason why you had heart issues from surgery is because you had underlying heart issues prior to surgery. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. They're paid to tell you that too. They're going to blow smoke up your skirt and tell you whatever the hell you want to hear. She did not have any pre-existing. She was only, 20 at the time, I think. She didn't have any. I'm not saying you can't have heart issues at 20. You can. I worked with a girl who was 20 and she had a pacemaker. So don't sit here and tell me you could be 20 and without heart problems. You could be born with heart problems. So I ain't trying to hear all that. But she didn't have any pre-existing. She did not. So they're basically lying so that you can't come after us and try to sue us. You think that medical documentation is not going to prove that she didn't have? It's going to prove that she didn't have pre-existing heart problems. What in the blue hell are you talking about? You trying to be slick. You trying to avoid a lawsuit. That ain't going to work. But at the same time, how much grounds do you have for a lawsuit when the law doesn't even have parameters for them? You could be a general practitioner and call yourself a cosmetic surgeon, even though you don't have any specialized training. Wow. Y'all better stop having these procedures overseas. I'm telling you right now. I've also told you that BBL is one of the most dangerous procedures there is in the cosmetic industry world. And, you've got to be careful because these surgeries are killing people, and more often than not, these patients are coming back to the US with life-threatening injuries, and some of them do not survive. So, yes, you saved money. Yes, you saved a lot of money. But if you died because you played Russian roulette with your life trying to save money, but you died, the money that you didn't spend will be paying for your funeral. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? So, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, but that's just me. So, you guys take care. Much love, and I'll talk to you later.